Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in my lab, and I'm in the book. This is my girl, Maya. You know what we do here? We got some more information. We're gonna talk about the philosophy of meditation and non-expectations of actions. We just got finished doing the knower and the doer. Doing the non-doer. This is the backup to that. Let's go. Right, isn't 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practiced daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I ask the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. But where we at now? Oh man, no. Okay, now a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. It's simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they do, don't trust them. They're dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know it is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and too. My yacht be true. Speaking of my girl, this is her right here. This is the highest achievement you can reach. She's got the anchor life and the feather in her head. That's her calling card. And she also represents straight this way and that way. So you see this the pedestal you see she stands on is flat, and you see that feather is straight. So she represents balance in all aspects and every area. So we're gonna talk about action. P Funk's philosophy on the philosophy and meditation of non-expectation of actions, aka we'll separate the doers from the non-doers. Again, the question is, which one are you? When I get done, you can make that decision for yourself. All right, here we go. We know that actions of any type will always lead to result. I read cause and effect. You do this, that's going to happen. However, this result is not as predictable as people have come to believe. Everybody thinks they do this, they get that. And that's normally the case. But in reality, the only thing human beings, can control is what? The actual action itself. That means you're going to do what it is, but you don't control the outcome, you don't control the results, and not the fruits of said action. You want to be rewarded for the effort that you put forth. Yeah, they tell you reap what you sow. But the action that you put forth at that particular time may not be rewarded at that particular time for that particular action. You see what I'm saying? Okay? Just like karma. You can do something bad and get away with it. But karma will be back. Okay. But if there is concentration on the action without desires or expectation of the action and the fruits of that action, now there can be what? Peace and contentment within yourself even while you are performing the action. That's the difference between a doer and a non-doer. I just gave a lesson. The non-doer don't give a good who, how, what, and where. Just do what you do and let the rest take care of itself. Why? Because your blessings will come on the backside once you set forth that good action, that selfless service, that good deed. But if you do that good deed and you have intentions, you have an agenda of what? Getting the reward, getting something for it, don't trust them. But this is the way of the non-doer. Again, when your actions that perform with expectations and desires, you are a doer, and you are the way of the what? Doer. That's what y'all do it for something. Right then, philosophy teaches us what we use by Maya philosophy, a selfless service. You offering to give something for someone else for the benefit and not worry about nothing in return. Why? That's how God blesses you. That's where the blessings come from. All those people you see doing good stuff, volunteering services, they not doing it when they doing it, I kind of say hard, but they're getting something in return. That's what you don't see. God work never seen. What God do, nobody see. He's invisible. He put that thing up in the sky. I'm about to give you a lesson about that one too. I'm going to talk to the Egyptian God. I'm going to everyone what one at one. Okay, I just did our moon. I'm coming back with Ra. But my point is, when God knows your intention, he will reward you because he knows you're admirable and right. When your intentions are not admirable and right, that's when karma comes in and gives you what you deserve. So you, the non-doer, you're free, right? Because we're free from the fruits of our action because we are free from what? Our personal desires and expectations of the action that we're going to do. While the doer always depends on the action to what? Give him results and reward, be they positive or negative. They want something in return. Don't be a doer. When desires and expectations is in the forefront of your mind, then you are resolved the mind, because now the mind becomes calm and peaceful under these conditions of the non-doer, because he's free from what? Elations when it's good, depression when it don't work out, because he or she don't look for pleasures and they don't coming from the actions, from the action that they're doing at the present time, that action at the present moment, and it is not based on memories of the past, pleasurable situations of the future, which are impelling you to do the action or to repeat those activities. Why? Because the patience for the future activities will somehow bring you what? Happiness. You're doing it for a reason. You're doing it for a reason. And God knows your intention. When you have that hidden agenda in the heart, God, that's what God sees. We don't, but he do. And you wonder, well, you know you ain't doing the right thing. You know in your heart you ain't sincere about the stuff that you professing. You think God don't know that? That's what people, you ain't got to fake me out. You ain't got to prove nothing to me. That's the guy you got to impress, because that's what I work on, not you. So it's all internal. And things and stuff don't bring you happiness. I'm happy doing what I do for somebody. That's a cheerful giver. And for that, I'll be blessed. Not from the people I'm doing it for, but the person who sees my heart and know my intentions. Come on now. So the non-doer, not being bound, okay, with ideas of getting something of the memories or having expectations, they're not bound by either the past nor the future of the action. So they're able to discover that internal what? Present. Stay in the moment. That means be conscious all the time. Okay? Right there is where you need to be, in the moment. The doer, watch this, is always caught up in what? Either the past or the present, and thereby loses the opportunity to what? To really discover peace and true happiness within themselves. They're always looking, hoping, and wishing for something other than what's actually going on. I tell you, Star Wars, dude, that's why you fail. In life, you put to the test every day, and some of us fail and get it tomorrow and do it again and fail and wonder why they ain't getting better. That's the definition of insanity. And this is the condition of what? Most people. I'm just speaking in general. It ain't personal with me. I don't give a damn what you do one way or another. I'm just letting you know this is what's going on. And if you one of them, that's on you. Do something about it. Don't get mad at me for telling you the truth about you. And most people in the world, why? Because they realize their entire life has already gone by without their being aware of the passage of time. What the hell do you be doing if you don't realize that every year you get a birthday, every year you get older, you celebrate certain moments in life, certain milestones. What the hell you doing? Must not be living right. But this is the art of true spiritual life. Ding, 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 ding. It's all about the invisible. It's all about the intangible. Anything material, I don't give a damn about. I'm a spiritual dude. I understand spirituality. Why? That's what God is spirit. He ain't material. And that meditative state of mind that I live by, it leads you to be now detached from the world. Even while continue to live in it. I don't give a good hoot about none of that nonsense. It don't impress me. It don't move me. So I'm not going to flip and dip to get something, to have something to be. None of those things do I aspire. So for most people, that's how they live, chasing that proverbial carrot. But it hits thereby, it leaves you, if you practice this philosophy, from the world while continue to live in it, but you ain't caught up in it. And now you're able to discover what? Your hidden inner spiritual dimensions of your unconscious mind and what lies beyond the physical world that everybody's so enamored with. I'm caught up in the mental. Give me you from the neck up. I don't need the body. Why? I need this. But the doer is always bound to a form of what? Expectation and experience was to determine. They need to do something to find out to what? To be part of the world of time and space, because only in time and space can they manifest the memories of the past and the expectation for the future and what actions that they think going to help them with those things. Okay, and that's what they're doing. But the non-doer, listen, eventually discovers a transcendental experience. That's the spiritual awakening. That's you making contact with God through daily meditation, righteous living. The Kundalini serpent is going up to enlighten you. And you'll have their own transcendental experience. They call it a mystical experience. They call it enlightenment. They call it a whole bunch of stuff. But it's for you to experience for yourself, and it's expanding your consciousness of what? The present moment, to teach you how to enjoy life as it unfolds for you. This is a philosophy of meditation in action. It means reflecting on your action. Taking a look at yourself. Reflecting means look in the mirror. Look in the mirror of your mind. Look in the mirror of your actions that you perform on a day-to-day basis and take stock in that. Is it good or is it not? You're doing good work or you're not. Simple as that. It takes work. So if you ain't putting the work in, but reflecting on your own actions, it may seem foreign. What are you talking about? Yeah, to you at first. But again, it's a learning process. It don't just happen. But if you reflect upon yourself, now you will be able to discover that it holds great truth as well as great potential for you to assist you in your discovering, in your abiding peace and harmony in your own life. Little mouthful. But practice, whatever you practice, put it to the test daily and get good at it, and you will be the beneficiary of that. Why? Your life will be yours. You're in control of it. And when you begin to practice and daily, and you'll discover how wonderful what it is to just be in control of your own mind instead of being prey of the positive or negative emotions roller coaster ride that your desires will have you discover in what? Incomparable feelings, which goes beyond the ordinary concept of happiness. That feeling you get inside from being and having yourself together, being your best self, nothing compares to that. Ain't nothing. Don't know. None of that. My mother, Lord, tell you, you can offer me billions of dollars. I won't trade what I got in for the world. Okay, for nothing in the world. That's knowing yourself. She inanimate, but knowing herself. And she wants everybody to know herself like I did. She's learning. Let them be. But yeah. But it's a feeling that's undescribable. And when you have it for yourself, you'll know. That's what I'm saying. I can't tell you. You have to experience that for yourself. Moving on. But as with other human endeavors, in order to gain success in your life, you need to study daily what? The philosophy, the teachings that you're learning, what? Intensively. Put your work in, put the time in, and with great concentration, and then you practice what you learn in it. And where? Your day-to-day life. That's how you get good. If you start something today and you practice it every day for the next 90 days, you have it. Some say 28. No, I give you 3 months. Some say 6 months. No, 3 months is constant routine and focus. You will make a change in your personal life. Damn what anybody else think or feel. That's what you want to do. That's how you do it. And when you start getting comfortable. So now it's what you do. I say, I do what I do. Why? This is how I live. I ain't just here teaching. No, I'm living this. This is my life. But you treat it as what? Start out as an experiment. Try it out. Just see. Yeah. But in this world, and your life will not go away. Just ask yourself every day, what would happen if I was to become less involved in all this nonsense and attached and more in control of my own self, my mind, doing the things I need to do for myself to better myself? How would that work out? Real good. If you don't want to have a bunch of friends, you want to go through a bunch of drama, that's where you headed. Why? Because you're going to start cutting all that nonsense out. When you start waking up and say, whoa, yeah, I don't need that. I'll cut them out. But when you follow the teachings that you follow, that you claim to be, you will be able to discover your inner resources, your higher self, that you need to be able to discover what true happiness and is inside yourself. And by doing this, you will be able to overcome any obstacles in your daily, day-to-day life. That's living right. No matter what happens, I'm cool. I'm good. I don't care what it is. I'm still going to be good. I'm cool. When I was in the game, when I got caught, I was still cool. When I got caught out there, I was cool. If you are who you are, that's who you are. And yeah, cool is who I am. Why? I'm not changing. I'm not giving them I call it integrity. Like my grandmaster, as the Mason said, the reference said, give us the secret or we're going to take your life. He said, yeah, you can take my life, but my integrity, never. So do what you want to do. They killed him. If you make those statements, if you want to stand on what you stand on, be prepared for the consequences, because sometimes you got to face them. And those who cheat in life, they don't want to stand up. Why? Because they know it's self-defeating. Because when they get caught cheating, they really don't want to pay up. That's why. Writing checks that your ass can't cash is the perfect example. Don't sell it if you can't back it up. Wrapping it up again. Whoa, okay. I got one more part. This is the good stuff right here. Now we get into the meat and potatoes. Why? Because the self, which we are, which is your innermost essence, and that's of every human being. That's the spirit, is universal across the board. He gave us this consciousness to be individuals. Okay? So the same spirit that's in me is in you. That's Haru, the spirit. But it saves what? You as the individual when they turn to what? Yourself as the only reality, going inside, diving deep, getting to find who? I'm in. Where? The hidden one. Where? Inside you. The turning toward self, the going in of the self, instead of indulging in your egoism of your mind, that destroys all possibilities of what? Anger in the realm of time and space. It destroys the possibility of anger, danger in the realm. Yeah. It destroys your egoism of your mind. It destroys the possibility of any anger in the realm of time and space or in the astral planes. Why? Because this is what Jesus was referring to when he spoke about what? Guarding against the robbers. That ego concept, that's the robber who robbing you of, watch this. The robbers are the evils of your ego. Yeah, he knew about that. And your ignorance of self, which creates what? Anger, hatred, lust, and a whole bunch of things that go with that, etc. But for the one who is watchful, who is mindful, who are going into self, there can be no surprises. I don't care what happened. I'm going to still maintain my integrity. So there's no surprises for that one who is not aware. It's always a surprise. Around every corner, something popping up. Okay, but there's all unexpected tragedies that they sometimes refuse to want to deal with. But by giving importance and primates over the thieves instead of the self, ding, 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 these thieves become your reality and of your mind, and through identification with the egoistic mind, now your soul has got drug into this experience, and the fate of karma, entanglements of time and space, existence, you gonna have to pay for those transgressions. You gonna have to pay for those. Karma's gonna get you. And for they who turn to themselves, right thinkers, what we do? Even if they were mountainous negative karmic impressions in your past, in the mind or your heart, your self effort that you wouldn't put into change will what? Will mitigate those karmas. And what? In the same way that what? How it works? It works like soap cleanses dirt. It cleanses the heart of the impurities, hate, greed, lust, all those negative concepts of the ego. It wipes them out. That's how the heart gets purified. This is the living the way you do it. And you are the creator of your own destiny. Ding, 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 ding. That's why we teach you the lessons. Once you learn them, you practice them, you will be better for that. And since God is your intrinsic reality, the real true you, there is no one to look to for what? Redemption other than yourself. And you cause your own existence in this time and space, in the situation that you're confronted with, and it is you who are what? Responsible for what comes out of your pie hole, what you think, say, and do, for all the conditions of your incarnation. When you don't wake up and become conscious, know yourself, you set yourself up what? For reincarnation. And that's situations in your life which you have found yourself. Also, since your innermost reality is beyond your ego, is the divine self. Ding, 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 ding. Ego, lower. Divine, higher. Haru, the potential to be your best self, to know you, that's thyself. That's what you got to find in yourself. And you have infinite resources to be able to achieve any goal. What do we say? If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. And everybody who done the thing they needed to do to achieve their dreams will say the same thing. It's universal for all those who do it. But when you transform yourself, that means you change what? Your entire life. He didn't. Never changed. Never changed. Okay? Different. Change. So therefore, through science of what we call yoga and the daily practice of my right thinking philosophy, now you can be able to develop a keen understanding of one mind to think right, which will enable you to affect what? You ready for this one? Miraculous changes within yourself. That's the mic dropper for me. When you practice my philosophy and you master it, it's going to create a miraculous change within yourself that you can take full benefit for and credit for. Not me, you. This is what the magic of right thinking philosophy, aka life lessons that gives you wisdom, does for all those who practice it and master it. Trust me, it's all about mastering yourself, knowing thyself, whatever way you term it, whatever way you put it, it's all the same thing. But every individual has the right to do that for him and herself. My job is to help you along the way, every day. I'll be back tomorrow. You know the deal. I ain't going nowhere. I'll be right here. But the lessons will keep coming. In closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never learned my right thinkers who now understand the philosophy of meditation, and non-expectation of actions that passed away. Selfless service. God blesses, though cheerful givers. I give with a smile.